Have you ever seen a multi-talented person who has the ability to lead, control, and manage everything around him? Well, if not, then we want to introduce you to Warren Edward Buffett, who is a business entrepreneur, investor, and philanthropist from the United States. He presently serves as Berkshire Hathaway's chairman and CEO. He is one of the world's most successful investors, with a net worth of more than $95 billion as of October 2022, making him the world's sixth wealthiest person. Hey guys, and welcome back to another video of Startup Bits. Today, we will get to know everything about Berkshire Hathaway and how it became one of the most successful companies in the current era. So, we will begin by telling the story of Warren Edward Buffett, the CEO of the company, along with its history, and later on, reflect on the current situation of the company. Berkshire Hathaway was a struggling textile company when Buffett bought it and began transforming it into the money-making behemoth it is now, with a market cap of more than $660 billion as of August 2022. It is among the top 10 of all U.S. companies by market cap. The big conglomerate is involved in a variety of industries. Dairy Queen, BNSF Railway, and Helzberg Diamonds are among its subsidiaries. Still, insurance remains at the heart of the Berkshire Hathaway empire. Property, casualty, and reinsurance are all lines of business for the corporation. Geico, National Indemnity, and Applied Underwriters are among its brand names in the insurance industry. Buffett began buying Berkshire shares on the open market and became so intrigued with the bargain that, in 1964, he bought a controlling interest in the company through his investment partnership. Soon after, however, Buffett realized that he had made a poor capital allocation decision, making Berkshire the dumbest stock I ever bought, he would later tell CNBC. Although Berkshire was cheap, it was cheap for a reason. It continued to be hammered by low-cost competition. While the inventory was indeed worth something, there was little hope that the business would ever be constantly profitable. It was a classic cigar butt investment, the kind that Buffett's Columbia Business School teacher Ben Graham favored. It was good for only a few puffs. There was no lasting value in it. Instead of attempting to sell Berkshire, Buffett hired new management and urged them to squeeze the company for cash as hard as they could. Berkshire's capital would no longer be devoted to looms and mills. According to Roger Lowenstein's brilliant biography, Buffett informed his new management, "I'd rather have a 10 million business producing 15% than a 100 million business making 5%. I have other places to put the money." Of course, the other places were only one, the stock market. Although Buffett would not close the last Berkshire plant until 1985, it was evident by the late 1960s that the company's future rested not in textiles, but in the capital allocation game. Buffett closed his different investment ventures in 1969. Those who wished to stay invested with him exchanged Berkshire shares for cash, and the modern-day Berkshire Hathaway was established. Buffett began by utilizing Berkshire's assets to purchase other low-cost stocks, then using the revenues from those purchases to purchase even more. The Berkshire machine truly got moving, however, when Buffett began purchasing insurance businesses as completely owned Berkshire subsidiaries rather than as open market shares. In terms of pure profit, an insurance firm's prospects are no better than those of a textile company. Commoditization, low entry barriers, and large capital needs characterize both businesses. However, Buffett recognized an essential aspect of the sector that almost no one else did. Insurers can invest the premiums they collect until the claims are paid. There can be decades between receiving funds and paying out claims in this so-called long-tailed industry. The ensuing float, or cash generated by premiums yet to be paid out, can be extremely valuable in the hands of an astute capital allocator. Every year, an insurance business must pay out claims, but every year it also collects fresh premiums, ensuring a sort of cash flow, perpetual motion machine. Buffett has invested this float with amazing accuracy for more than 50 years, evolving and changing as an investor in a remarkably fluid manner. Although he began as a deep value investor drawn to bargain basement stocks like Berkshire Hathaway, Buffett began to buy higher quality businesses with lengthy and enduring economic futures under the influence of his colleague Charlie Munger in the 1970s. Coca-Cola, with its global brand, remains a core holding. Buffett has recently realized that technology franchises can have similar long-term economic qualities. Apple is now Berkshire's largest publicly traded stock by a ratio of 2. Berkshire Hathaway has more than $100 billion in cash and equivalents, mostly U.S. Treasury notes, according to Buffett. Investors will want to know how much of that cash Buffett utilized in the third quarter when Berkshire reports earnings on November 5, 2022. Berkshire Hathaway had the same market cap as Tesla on October 24, 2022, $632 billion, before Musk's Twitter deal. In 2022, Tesla was worth $1.1 trillion, $450 billion more than Berkshire. Berkshire now ranks 6th in the S&P 500 by market capitalization, above Meta Platforms and Nvidia. Apple, Microsoft, Alphabet, Amazon.com, and Tesla lead Berkshire Hathaway. Meta and Nvidia, which were ahead of Berkshire in 2022, are down more than 50%. If Berkshire can pass Tesla, it will be hard to catch number 4, Amazon, a $1 trillion company. Berkshire Hathaway's longevity demonstrates Buffett's systematic approach to creating value over more than half a century, providing shareholders with peace of mind. So that was all about Berkshire Hathaway's history. We hope you enjoyed our video. If so, please like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. We'll catch up with you in the following video.